Good evening, it's Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I'm going to show you this 2015 Honda CRV. This is an EX model, so it is the highest spec available in the CRV range at the moment. This car is the latter part of 2015, so it is the facelift version of the car. So I'll show you this, but what's nice in this car as well is it's a 1.6, but it's the twin turbo 160 horsepower 1.6 diesel. So I'm just going to run through some of the spec and stuff like that. This will be, I suppose, the only spec that's going to be higher actually is an automatic gearbox version, which will eventually come with the 9-speed automatic. But let's have a look around. So the first thing is on an executive, they have keyless entry. So the first thing is, we'll say, just what's pretty cool is on the boot on these cars. You can open them up off the key, so I'm just literally holding that button and it's opening up my boot, and then after that, okay, nice big boot in CRVs, as you would have seen as well. This car is black exterior with non-standard interior, which is more of a beige kind of colour, but you can get black leather as well, and there is obviously various different choice on the outside. This wee button up here, normally you can just pull it down, or else you can press that button along there and that will close down the boot as well, so that is pretty cool, I think. What's nice, okay, along here, just all-wheel drive, which is to signify that it is the four-wheel drive version of the car. Nice garnish along here, along the back bumper, which is standard on CRVs. Rear parking sensors, which are standard along here, and then after that, nice chrome section to go with the black exterior on the car. Tinted rear glass on that car. The chrome surround is standard along the windows. 18-inch polished style alloy. What I mean by polished style alloy is, say for example, like this is a normal alloy wheel that's on a car, which is, you know, it's not that reflective. It's nice, but it's not like this here, where if you go close to the car, it's reflective, and then you can see my hand there. But at night time, if lights and stuff like that are on it, it just reflects really, really nicely off it. So after that, oh yeah, the other thing is keyless entry. So if I leave that key in my pocket, I don't need to use that at all, and what I can do is I can walk up to the car and I can lock it, all right, or I can unlock it just using that as well. So I'll go through the inside of the car in a sec. Let's just, well, okay, let's open it first. Right, okay, now there we go. And right, I'm making this extremely complicated for myself. It's the first time I've used it in a while. What happens is, just to show you again, the car is locked, right, as we see along here. That's grand. The second thing is I'm going to unlock the car. I just put my hand in and it's opened up for me. But as a safety device, boot and the rest of the doors remain locked. So I'll just, from here, I'm going to open it up and then we can get into the back. So for anyone that's probably rolling around in stitches laughing at me trying to open up that, sorry about that. So electrics for rear windows, child locks down along here. This section along here just to go with the leather interior that's in it. So I think black looks really, really well with an ivory interior. I always did. We used to be Toyota dealers here for a long time, and Land Cruisers we used to sell with the same kind of finish. It's pretty classy looking. But let's just turn on this light here for a sec. So that is the interior that you're looking at, that, and then it has a nice glass roof as well up here, because it is an executive model. So after that then, ISOFIX points on either side, 3 head restraints, 3 safety belts and stuff as well. So what we'll do is turn off this light here for a sec and just leave it on the door, so it'll go out when we do the door. Just to see for a sec from the outside, I'm just going to show you here. So basically, because it's an executive, it's got a start-stop button down along here, okay? So the cool thing that's on these cars, but again it's standard on CRVs, it's got the nice daytime running lights. That beeping sound is just to tell us that I've gotten out of the car without the keys. So nice daytime running light that wraps all the way around here. And then we have a front fog light and garnish up along here. The nice grille that's on the latter part of 2015 CRV, and then the chrome accents and stuff down along here as well. So it's really, it looks really, really well. I think black is nice. Everyone's different, but I particularly like black in it with all the chrome. But the other thing then is it's got xenon headlights, so we won't be able to do it because I can't reach around, but if we just look along here in the window, we have see that kind of blue sort of effect, which is quite strong and precise. So basically that is a bi-xenon headlamp. Probably difficult to see from the video. If we go down through here, just here, and that is basically a bi-xenon. So it just means your full and your dip light is on the xenon, which is an extremely precise type of light. And one other thing as well is we have a cornering light over here, which is now actually an LED. So on the previous model before that, it was actually a light, which was probably more like what's on the fog lamp here, but this is an LED, so that looks like it's going to generate quite a nice bit of light. Those two little LEDs along there. I haven't used it, so I don't know in real life, but I'd say it's, looking at that, it's going to be pretty good, I'd say. But I won't know until we actually get one out on the road. I haven't driven in these at night time yet. So that's pretty much the outside of the car. So the big thing with it being an executive, as you were saying, bi-xenon headlamps, the nice 18-inch alloy wheel, which is polished, roof rails up high, tinted rear glass, like all CRVs. I hope I'm right, but we'll try it now anyway. We'll just turn that off. Like all CRVs, then we can lock the car, and if we hold that button, yeah, that's grand, so it folds in the wing mirrors. And similarly again, then if we walk around and if we unlock it using the key, which is not ideal because it is a keyless entry, so you want to use it as a keyless entry, but if you ever wanted to, you can let the windows down again, that's fine. So we lock the car, brings in the wing mirrors, folds up all the windows, which is dead handy. And same thing, if we walk out to the car then and unlock it, it's going to turn on our lights because they're in the automated position at the moment, so they're going to turn on. So it's like a basically if you want to go into your driveway or anything like that, if you want the lights to stay on as you walk up the door or when you come out, you want your driveway to be lit up. Just to show you one thing about this car that is kind of pretty important, because it's an executive, it's also the four-wheel drive version. Sorry now about the crummy camera work. Right, grand. Okay, so this is the 1.6 engine. It's been out for quite some time. People are returning 55, 60 miles per gallon in two-wheel drives, like no problem at all whatsoever. We are looking at quite strong fuel efficiency figures. I've yet to drive the car on the road, so Honda's making big claims on it, but we'll see when we actually get to drive one out on the road. But I'm assuming, because the other one was so bang on exactly what they said, I'd say this one's going to be pretty good too. The difference with this one though is because four-wheel drive, it obviously needs more power to, I suppose, tow, to reach towing capacity. So it's got twin turbos. So normally the first one had one turbo, which was quite good, and it used to spin up and there was plenty of power in the car and everyone used to drive it, was actually really impressed with it. But the difference with this is now there's two separate turbochargers. So what happens is at the very, very start, down low in the engine revolutions, you have a small turbo and that spools up quickly and turns quickly, creates power, and then I need to check, I think it's in around like kind of 2000 RPM, but I could be wrong, so I will have to check on that. The second turbo comes in, which is a bit larger, but then that creates power all the way back up through the rest of the rev range. But yeah, it drives really good. Like, I suppose if you put someone into this car, because there used to be a 2.2 in a four-wheel drive, if you put someone into this car and blindfolded them, I don't know how they drive, but anyway, but if you told them to accelerate out the road, would they notice the difference between it and the other one? No, because it's actually it's 10 horsepower more than the 2.2, but like you're down into the B category for road tax. Like it's I'm sure there is other four-wheel drives, but I don't know if many that are down in category B, like, so you're doing the same road tax as, like, you know, a Toyota Corolla 1.4 diesel. Like, for what you're getting, like, it's brilliant. Bluetooth for mobile phone down through here, controls in here for obviously your trip computer and stuff like that up along here. I'm just going to turn up that for a sec. Okay, so your functions in the iMid along here, just for clock, and then obviously radio and the average speed in miles per gallon. And the other thing is then traffic sign recognition. So this car has a safety pack which recognises road signs, and as well it's kind of, I'm just trying to focus in on this now. Okay, it does focus. Okay, this camera is actually a little bit better than I thought it was. can't really see, but just in around this area on the camera here, it's just, oh, okay, I'm going to zoom back out here because maybe way too close to my face. Basically, it is a warning if you are changing lane, or sorry, not changing lane, if there's a car coming up inside you or anything like that, it's going to give you a warning on that, just to say that there's something in your blind spot that you haven't seen. So that's dead handy as well. After that, then we obviously have things like all the light washer, because there's then on headlights. We do have a lane departure warning as well, which is part of it, but there's a massive safety system. This I'd have to go through that with you a bit better again specifically, but it's extremely advanced, but it's kind of difficult to explain unless we kind of show you. But heating controls down along here for the seats. Again, like the CRVs of all the specs, they now have 2 USB connectors and HDMI. The USB connectors allow us to get into, oh, I better turn that on for a sec. The USB connectors allow us to get into well, you play music and all that kind of stuff from iPods, or charge your iPhone and that, but also they allow us to create a hotspot, and what you can do is, if you have an iPhone, you know, okay, grand, you can set up and surf the internet through the Honda Connect system here, which is basically going to act like a tablet. And then after that, if you have if you have a phone that's operated by Android, there is a mirror function as well, which is going to be even more elaborate again, so you can use a lot of your functions that are on your phone on this. But what we have is navigation, because it's an EX. So we go into our navigation screen, and that's going to take a sec. I'd say yes, we agree. Sorry, I know it's probably hard to see off the camera, so I'm just going to put it at a bit of an angle. Do not attempt, yes, no, failure, agree. Right, okay, there's a big sticker over that there. So once we go into that, this car is only in, and I mean literally just off the truck, about 2 hours, so it hasn't been into our workshop yet, and I've just set up some of this stuff as well, so to be honest, I wouldn't be as technical as the guys that are down below, so I'm sure I'm missing something there in the nav. Phone, obviously, just to go in and use whatever functions are on the phone once you have it paired up. No phone's connected, okay, that's fine. And let's go back into the next one. Information, which is just like trip information and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. So these are all normal things you see in the car. So we'll go back into that. Audio just for the radio settings and general settings throughout. But after that, what's also nice about it is, say, just go to system there for a sec. It's got a swipe, so you use it like that rather than traditionally where you'd be using the buttons just up and down, so it's pretty cool. And then back into that there. AHA will basically allow us, let's go into it here for a sec. Oh, we can't, yeah, okay, we haven't disconnected. But basically it will allow you to download various apps, and a lot of them be related to the car and stuff, so that'll be pretty cool. But it'll happen over time as the stuff that's available builds up. Obviously dual zone climate control down through here. The roof, sorry, sometimes people ask about that. If you want, you can cover that over one button and just hit that, and it doesn't feel like there's a moonroof on the car any further. But you know, God, I think if you buy a nice car like this, you should be able to get some use out of the roof, because it's quite nice to have it. The other thing as well, what's nice about this is we go in here and we've all the Android kind of set up, so like calculator, calendar, app store, different downloads, gallery, that's any stuff that's on a USB stick or your phone. And then if you want to go in, you can browse the internet through here as well. It's going to come up that obviously there's nothing happening, because so it's like an error 404 page that you get just because we're not connected, that's all. But all you'll be doing, pair up your phone, and then after that you would set up a personal hotspot. Real straightforward. I must do a video on it, how to do it, because it's quite straightforward. And then after that you're in and you just surf the net like you would on a tablet or an iPad, or you know, any kind of device, your phone, whatever, and you just use the same through there, only when you're not moving, when the handbrake's up anyway. So that is just a quick overview on this. This is 1.6 all-wheel drive, 160 brake horsepower diesel EX CRV. So we'll see over time how the fuel efficiency figure goes, but God, I think we're going to be having a real good go at 50 odd miles to the gallon quite easily, which is pretty impressive on a 4-wheel drive vehicle like this. And then, as we were saying, we're, depending on when you're looking at the video, as long as the government don't change, we're into the Band B road tax 270 a year. So if there's any information you want, Brian is my name. Just if you come to the garage, ask for me, or if you call 045 531 000, again, just ask for me and I'll be able to look after you. We do part exchanges, we organise finance. So if this car is of interest, look forward to talking to you, and thanks for taking time to watch.